Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome again in your biology lessons grade 10. Today, with you, teacher Yusra, to explain the food supply. As you know, food supply is our main need in our life. Not just human, but need all living organisms need the food supply. So let us know and take view about this. You know that all all our relationships in this world are organized. So the organization of the food will take the shape of food chain. So what is food chain? Food chain, it's the relationship between the living organisms in the feeding process. So what we know about this food chain from grade 5, 6 maybe, from grade 6, we know that any food chain will start with a producer. This producer, as we know, can make its food by itself, so it's autotrophic feeding type. But when we'll take from this producer and eat, it will be ready food because we will not make it in our bodies, not inside our bodies. We will eat it just and make digestion. So in this case we are heterotrophic type of feeding. So now clear, the food chain will start with a producer. So this food chain, when it will be food chain, even when it will be more complex to form food web, it will include trophic levels, contents of trophic levels. But one thing we should know about these levels, it will not be more than 5 levels, and it's very important to know why. No more than 5 type of living organisms can take this food. Why? Because once the plant will make this food, as you know here, you can see in this drawing all the food chains start of producer. As I told you, once the plant will start to make this food, 5 living organisms just can eat it, as seen here. I'll tell you the reason why just 5, but I want you to be sure it can't be more than 5. Now you are sure. If you'll check this drawing, you are sure. And if you will start to ask yourself, for example, the 5th level here is eagle. After this eagle, there is in your nature, you know, there is another animal can eat it. No, there is not. There is not. And in case the other animal will eat it, it will not find any useful or benefits in this eagle. I'll tell you why. Because after 5 levels, the food chain will start to lose all its energy. So now we know there is energy will transfer during you are going in the trophic levels. There is energy will transfer from an organism to another, from the producer to the last living organism, that will be carnivore, as you know from grade 6. We can't add more levels because there is no energy. And now we can mention that the plant is full power of energy, that I told my students grade 10 before about the full power of chlorophyll, and advised you before that you should eat, and again I'm advising that you should eat fresh vegetables, green vegetables every day without cooking, just fresh. Why? Because it will be full of chlorophyll. خلاص. Nowadays, they are making this chlorophylls in factors or labs and give us as powder. We can use in our diet. But from the beginning, much better if you will start to take green vegetables every day and depend to put some green vegetables every meal in your meal. It can be a small space of capsicum, small space of cucumber, something like this, but should be green. And especially if leaves, it will be much better. Like fresh spinach, even you can eat. So now all of you understand that the amount of energy will be less, yes, and full energy in the fresh vegetables. And now you know why. Also, you know why the food chain or food web can't be more than 5 trophic levels. Everything is clear, I hope, now. So let us study how to detect that following of energy. You know now, through the food chain and food web, there is energy will go. So now we know to detect this. We can detect this by something called biomass pyramids. This way is called biomass pyramids. What about pyramids of biomass? Biomass, firstly, is the amount of or weight of dry organic matter. Dry organic matter. We are organic, you know, all our bodies, human, animals, even plants, and all the living organisms, we are contents of organic substances. So we are all organic matter. So now if our bodies will be dry, or animal bodies, what I mean here, animal bodies will be dry, it means or equals dry organic matter. So if we take in any economy in a particular time some dry organic of living organisms to contain a biomass, it will tell us, it will refer or measure the energy in this economy. It will refer for us how the energy will go and what is the amount of energy. It is satisfied or not. We accepted this amount or we should increase it. Where is the non-balanced part? We can know by these biomass pyramids. You got me? As you can see here, it starts with green here, producer on your left, then carnivore, herbivore firstly, then carnivore, like this, and the other one also producers. Not a matter to be plants or not, but it should make its own food in its bodies. So it will, that time it will, we can call it producers. So now we know that biomass is very important and we can use. So what is the advantages of biomass? What are the benefits of this biomass? Number one, it's a simple method to give us an overview about our economy. If we want to detect the energy in any economy and put under energy 1,000 lines, because energy is very important factor to know about the place. So it's a simple method as I told you. Number two, it's good for comparing changing in the economies in different time, changing in same economy or changing in the ecosystem, different types of ecosystem. So if I have some animals and I want to survive them, I want to keep them, and they are in an ecosystem, and I have another ecosystem, what should I make to take the decision if I leave this plant is in same ecosystem or should I change this ecosystem? How I can know? I can know by using the biomass pyramids. You got me? So if scientists are thinking about this type of problems, they are thinking like this. They will ask themselves, what about the energy in the ecosystem? And that time they have to go to biomass pyramids to know about the energy in this type of place or ecosystem. In the end, I hope my lesson today is clear and hope you all best wishes. Also, I want to say thank you for all the teacher helps of all the teachers help in, for this video to appear, and also for Mr. Yunus Al Rahbi. Best wishes and see you.